Prophet Sulaiman was the son of Prophet Dawood, who was also a king and a prophet. Dawood had a great empire and was a righteous and wise leader who ruled with the guidance of Allah. Prophet Sulaiman inherited his father's kingdom, but more than that, he inherited his father's prophethood and wisdom. One of the unique qualities Sulaiman inherited from his father was the ability to govern with justice. His wisdom and knowledge were unmatched, and he was known to seek guidance from Allah in all matters. Allah had granted him control over the winds, the jinn, and the animals. He could command them to serve him, and they obeyed his every word. Prophet Sulaiman was blessed with several miracles that set him apart from others. His kingdom was so powerful, and his rule was so just that even the winds, animals, and jinn were subservient to him. One of the most famous miracles attributed to Prophet Sulaiman was his control over the wind. Allah granted him the ability to control the wind, making it a source of transportation. According to the Quran, Sulaiman could command the wind to carry him and his army wherever he desired, traveling vast distances quickly. This supernatural ability allowed him to maintain a strategic advantage over his enemies, as he could move swiftly and unpredictably, keeping his army on the move and ensuring victory in many battles. He said, "O assembly of jinn, which of you will bring me its throne before they come to me in submission?" A strong demon from the jinn said, "I will bring it to you before you rise from your place. And verily, I am indeed strong and trustworthy for such work." One with whom was knowledge of the scripture said, "I will bring it to you within the twinkling of an eye." Then, when Sulaiman saw it placed firmly before him, he said, "This is by the grace of my Lord." This miracle was granted to Prophet Sulaiman as a sign of Allah's greatness and his ability to make the impossible possible. In addition to the wind, Prophet Sulaiman had power over the jinn, who could perform feats that humans could not. The jinn served Sulaiman in various ways, performing tasks such as building structures, retrieving treasures, and aiding in his rule. Sulaiman used the jinn's abilities to help maintain his kingdom's prosperity and spread justice. And of the devils, jinn, there were those who dived for him, doing work other than that, and we gave him authority over the winds, which by his command gently moved wherever he wished. Thus, the jinn aided Prophet Sulaiman in various ways, contributing to his success as a ruler. Another unique aspect of Prophet Sulaiman's gifts was his ability to communicate with animals. Allah allowed him to understand the language of birds, ants, and other creatures. He could command and ask them for help, and they would listen and obey him. One of the most famous incidents demonstrating Sulaiman's communication with animals involves encountering the hoopoe bird. The bird was one of the animals that served him and was known for its ability to bring information from distant lands. When the hoopoe did not appear for a while, Prophet Sulaiman expressed his anger and was about to punish it. But the bird soon arrived, explaining that it had traveled to the land of the Queen of Sheba and had seen her people worshipping the sun instead of Allah. He, Sulaiman, said, "O assembly of jinn, which of you will bring me her throne before they come to me in submission?" A strong demon from the jinn said, "I will bring it to you before you rise from your place. And verily, I am indeed strong and trustworthy for such work." One with whom was knowledge of the scripture said, "I will bring it to you within the twinkling of an eye." Then, when Sulaiman saw it placed firmly before him, he said, "This is by the grace of my Lord, so that he may test me whether I give thanks for his bounty or act with ingratitude." The story of Prophet Sulaiman's interaction with the hoopoe bird reveals his ability to understand animals and his deep gratitude and humility towards Allah, even when he grants him extraordinary gifts. The most famous story in the life of Prophet Sulaiman involves the Queen of Sheba, known as Bilqis in some traditions. She was the queen of a powerful kingdom and had heard of Sulaiman's wisdom, power, and control over the wind and jinn. Intrigued by his fame, she visited him and tested his abilities. When she arrived, Prophet Sulaiman asked her about her throne and the symbols of her power. As the story goes on, Sulaiman challenges her by asking if her throne can be brought to him before she arrives. The jinn and one of his companions brought the throne before him, and when she saw it, the Queen of Sheba was amazed. She recognized Sulaiman's power and immediately acknowledged that his greatness was a gift from Allah. He said, "O assembly of jinn, which of you will bring me its throne before they come to me in submission?" A strong demon from the jinn said, "I will bring it to you before you rise from your place, and verily, I am indeed strong and trustworthy for such work." One with whom was knowledge of the scripture said, "I will bring it to you within the twinkling of an eye." Then, when Sulaiman saw it placed firmly before him, he said, "This is by the grace of my Lord." Through this encounter, Prophet Sulaiman demonstrated the power of Allah and his unwavering devotion to him. After seeing the throne and other signs, the Queen of Sheba accepted the truth of Islam and submitted herself to Allah. Prophet Sulaiman ruled over a prosperous kingdom and continued serving Allah. Despite his extraordinary abilities and gifts, he was a humble servant of Allah. In his old age, Allah caused him to die, but his death was not immediately apparent to those around him. And we gave Sulaiman the wind, blowing by his command gently wherever he directed, and the devils, jinn, every builder and diver, and others bound together in chains. Prophet Sulaiman passed away, standing, supported by his staff. And it wasn't until the worms began to eat away at his body that those around him realized that he had died. This incident reminded all that even the most powerful rulers are subject to the will of Allah, and that no one lives forever.